Welcome to another video. What's up, my YouTube family? All right, welcome back to my food forest, my garden, my oasis. We have some cold damage, but that's the least. All right, we're gonna be checking out. This is a special one. We're gonna be checking out a tree that I grew from seed. I grow a lot of trees from seed. Yeah. It's mango trees from seed, mango tree from seed, a lot of stuff, bunch of mango tree, ackee tree, a lot of stuff grow from seed in my food forest. But we're in March. This is the first week of March, and only one type of fruit tree would be fruiting now in Florida, getting ripe fruits. And that would be loquat. So we grew this from seed 7 years ago. We've been getting fruits for the past 2 years. Yeah, and the fun thing about this seed, I got this from a tree in West Palm Beach. Just planted it, left it there, and nature took over and do its thing. And we are getting some beautiful fruit. So, I'm going to be harvesting some fruits today. And this is one of the things where patience come in, and we're going to need a lot of patience here. And, knowing what we just been through to the winter. So this kind of segue into also that as well. How we're going to actually, just be a little bit more patient with the process and the restart. A lot of times stuff restarted become 10 times better. So this is one of those trees that, we grew from seed, left it there 5 years, it just did its thing, and now we are getting reward. We got reward 2 years ago, and so on, So I know a lot of people wouldn't wait 5 years to get a fruit, but the thing, we had so much other trees that was fruiting in the food forest, so we just left that, ignored it, and that's what you could do. You could plant even a mango seed. Just leave it there. You don't have to check on it. Just leave it, let it grow. Let nature just take it over and it's do its own thing. That's one of this is how I do a lot of my seedlings. We just plant them, leave them, ignore them, totally neglect, and they just do their thing. Even look at it this way. 5 years might seem like a long time, but imagine this tree is gonna be here for decades, feeding your family, probably generation to generation, and they're gonna all remember, I remember when daddy planted this, I remember when granddad planted this, I remember great granddad planted this tree, So my kids, all the trees, when we plant them by seed, I bring my kids and say, listen, got this, we planting this from seed right now. Once it fruit, we tell them, listen, this is all planted from seed, so let's harvest one of these fruit. You see, beautiful, beautiful loquat. My mouth is watering just even holding this loquat. It's tangy, but then the skin have that hint of nice sweetness with a freshness. Like, that's really, really good fruit. Really good fruit. Yep. So if I do this, you could do it also. All I say, it just takes some patience, and just plant that seed, leave it alone, and just do whatever you're doing in your food forest. More fruits here. This is ready to harvest. More here. This one look ripe. The ripe, I leave them, let them get extremely ripe. And there's a lot of fruit all over. Yep. There's more on that side. Yeah. Start getting them before the birds get them. Another one here. So I'm gonna add this to my fruit. Yeah, this is gonna be added to my fruit bowl this morning. There's one more right here. Oh, this one is ripe and soft. Good. This guy's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful loquat. All right, let's go put these in a bowl. I'm gonna come back and get some more. Yeah, hold on. Let's add them here. Yeah, and you notice I don't harvest like a bunch of stuff once. I might harvest 10 of these fruits, and then, I come back and harvest another 10 another day. That, you just constantly have something out here to harvest. As I say, 5 years sound like a long time. But I'm telling you, it runs off. Just imagine when your kids, 5 years ago, what your kids look like, or what your grandkids look like. That's so fast time move, So that's the difference between like planting right now and planting 5 years ago. You understand? You could do it now, and I promise you, 5 years into the future, you're gonna have the result, and you're gonna be like, man, I remember when Dan Food Forest was telling us just go plant a seed. Yeah, and it was surprising how fast that time ran out. Just as I say, just take a lot of patience, and you just, I said, let it grow on its own, full neglect. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's get these right here. More here, you know. My kids love those tangy fruits too. I think this one is good too. Look at this. Yeah. Yep. I got some more fruits. Yep. So, all right. So if you growing this video is like, as a patience. If you're growing from seed, I know a lot of us lost fruit trees from, you know, the cold weather, the freezes that we got. You could go plant some from seed right now. I promise you, 4, 5 years, you're probably gonna get the result. That's a plant it, ignore it, leave it. You know. All right. So remember, if you know, all right. So just drop a comment if you are growing loquat. Yeah. If you ever tried growing a loquat from seed, tell me your experience. You know, and we could chat. All right. All right. So thank you so much for watching. All be blessed with peace, love, happiness, and kindness. One love. See you guys in the next video.